This is sort of an impromptu live stream. Don't know how many people we're gonna get here. Looks like we don't have anyone yet. It's just me and my lonesome. I never go live this way. I never go vertically live. And I got some free time today, a little bit before I have to go to work. So I was like, let's see who we can get. Okay, we have layoffs and liquidations here. You might be the only one, layoffs and liquidations. Oh, all right, we have a few people coming in. King Matthew is here. I'm doing well, thank you. I just went and got my hair done, and I have a little free time before I have to go into work, so I figured let's do a quick little live stream, because this is probably my only chance until next week. So D Hend is here, welcome. Joshua Brown is here, good to see you as well. Armando's here. Jose is here. Okay, Alex. I'll call you Alex from now on. Hey, I'll be right back. Hey, Prodigy. Hey, John Lee. Dehan is saying, I think that girl hanging is a prop they were supposed to use in the play. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like there's something more to it. Like, you know, at first I thought it was McKenna Grace, and then something in one of the TV spots made me doubt it, that it might not be her, because we see her looking up saying, what the fuck? So I thought maybe she was reacting to whoever's hanging. But then we just got this exclusive Entertainment Tonight behind the scenes look at the movie yesterday, which I didn't do a video about it, but I posted about it on my community page and linked the video for you guys. It's like a 10-minute behind the scenes look at the movie. And McKenna Grace is in a costume for the play where she does look like she is the fairy princess. And it does look like maybe she is the one who's hanging. So I don't know. Let's see who else we got here. We got 33 people here right now. That's pretty good. Yeah, I was saying at the beginning of the stream, I never go live this way. There's a feature on YouTube where, well, first of all, I never go live directly from YouTube. I always use StreamYard, and I always do it on my laptop, where it's like the landscape version, and I can show comments on the screen. This one, I can't do that, unfortunately. I wish I could. I love being able to put your comments on the screen as I address them. But like I said, this is just like an impromptu stream. Don't know how long we're gonna go for, so figured I'd give this a try. Who else? Donovan is here. Brittany Vinyl is here. Hey, thank you so much for the compliment. I appreciate it. Thank you, Joshua. Preston's here. Scream 7 soon. Yeah, how many days? 15 days, because I'm seeing it on the 26th. I know a lot of people are waiting until the 27th, because that's like the official release date, even though they have the 26th. So I don't know why the 26th isn't considered the official release date, but I'm seeing it on the 26th. So 15 more days, 2 weeks. Jack is saying, or Jackal is saying, did you see Matthew Lillard, Emma Roberts, and Rory Culkin are going to be at Scaradise Convention in Florida? I did see that, yes. And I'm honestly considering going. I don't know yet. I don't know. I have to think about it. If I want to splurge and spend all that money on it, it's kind of worth it. But I have a trip coming up this weekend, so it's like, how much money and I just got my hair done. Like, how much money do I want to waste this month? Well, I mean, it wouldn't be a waste, but, you know. Hey, Carter. Hey, Matthew. Vinko's here. Hey, Vinko. Yeah, I stopped into your stream last night. I was just scrolling on TikTok and I stumbled upon it. Yeah, it was just like on my For You page and I saw your name. I was like, oh my God, that's Vinko from my streams. Bunyo is here. Welcome. Platinum MC is here. Thank you so much. Alex is here. Jamie's here. Donovan got their tickets. Nice. John Lee is saying, I just realized Mindy and Chad's uncle was murdered by Sam's grandmother. Yeah, that's pretty crazy to think about. Yeah, and I mean, you know, Sydney's best friends were murdered by Sam's dad. Like, that's just crazy to think about. Okay, Vinko says, I think it's her seeing Ghostface walking down the stairs towards her. That's fair, but, which is totally possible because we know that we see Ghostface at the height of the stairs in the theater, but the way she says, what the F, she sounds so, like, horrified, which, I don't know, it just seems like a reaction you would give more so seeing a body hanging from the ceiling than, like, a killer. I mean, I would still be horrified if I saw a killer coming for me, but I don't know. Alex is saying, have you noticed how this is going to be fun audio speed has been changed and dubbed to be more clear with every time they have used it? So I haven't really noticed this. I know I've heard a few people point this out. But I haven't really compared them to know for sure. I gotta go back and listen to all of them. Bunyo is saying, is Scott Ghostface? What do you think? I think he might be. I did a live stream the other day where we did predictions on a tier maker list. You know, who's Ghostface, who's a victim, who is gonna survive. And I put him as a wild card because clearly, you know, we kind of assume he's gonna be a victim because he's in that scene with Madison, who I think is definitely dying. I think that's the opening scene. But however, I think it's very interesting that all this footage that we're getting with her, Madison, in that scene, we're not seeing Scott. Other than that first trailer that we got back in October, we don't know what's up with Scott once Ghostface starts attacking. Obviously, he could die quickly. Like, maybe when Ghostface first comes out, he kills Scott, and then Madison lives a little longer for, like, the chase of it all. But what if he ends up being one of the killers? And I do think he could, like, be in Stu's Ghostface cult, and he led her there. Like, he intentionally led her to the house, the Stu Macher house. Talk 6 says Angel of Death reference, maybe Lure Sydney. What Angel of Death reference? I'm thinking of Scream 4 when Olivia says that. First Ghostface is here. Horror fan is here. Welcome. Prodigy is saying, hot take, I think this is the movie where it's the end of Gail and Sydney. Whether they die or it's their last movie, I feel like it's the end. I don't know. I feel like Sydney's definitely not going to die. If anything, I think it's going to be Gail. Oh no, my nail just broke. Brittany Vinyl is saying, speaking of McKenna, that's what your hair is giving. Oh, thanks. Hers is definitely way more blonde than mine. But it's funny because when I was looking at photos, thinking about the photos I want to show the hairstylist, I saved a few pictures of her, but I didn't show those because I didn't want it quite as blonde. But thank you. Let me see. The chat scrolled away from me. I'm trying to scroll back. Eric is here from the Bearded Entertainment saying, who do you think it is saying it's showtime, bitch, in the newest TV spot? So thank you for bringing that up. I have yet to talk about that on my channel. And I wasn't sure if I was going to because it's so odd to me. A few people shared that with me on Twitter. And at first I was like, no way this is real. Like someone edited this with AI or something because the voice is super weird. It's obviously, I don't know about anyone else, but my mind immediately went to Freddy Krueger in the third movie saying, "Welcome to primetime, bitch," which is such an iconic line. I don't know who could be saying this, you know? I think we are gonna see sort of like a version of the voice changer that we got in Scream 3, but it's gonna be like, you know, the whole AI thing. I think that theory is true. I think there is gonna be AI in the movie, but maybe it's not only gonna be voices of people that we know or have known in the past, like Dewey, Roman, etc., but just random people as well. I feel like it doesn't sound like anyone we know, but what do you guys think? Granny and her broken back says, I really hope Stu's alive. Me too. Cassandra's here. Hey, Cassandra. Jamie is saying, I think Stu is alive but gets killed at the mental hospital. Oh, no. Well, yeah, obviously I think he's alive. But, and they're probably going to kill him at the end, but I hope it's at the end of the movie. Hey, Jacob Wells. Greasy is here. Blue Bear is saying, what were the odds of Liv dating Stu? Stu's nephew and Randy's nephew. Interesting. I never actually realized that. I mean, it's a small town, so. Edward is here. Horrors Galore is here saying cute sweater. Thank you. Brittany Vinyl is saying Scared-Ice is literally a Scream fan's dream. I'm so jealous of everyone that gets to go. Yeah, that's the thing. So I've never been to a horror convention before. And this one, like, I think I also saw Eric in the chat saying 14 Scream cast members are going. So I feel like for the first one I ever go to, that's my best bet. I feel like it's worth the price of the ticket just because of how many people are going to be there. Oh my God, I missed a lot of these comments. The chat scrolled away from me. That's so annoying. Knowledgeborn is saying, I think Ben is the killer. Obviously, he's a suspect, but like, would they really do the boyfriend thing again? I don't know. Okay, let me see here. This is an interesting way to live stream. I'm not used to just being on my phone. Spicy Oreo is here. Carter is saying, you made me into a stew believer. Your theories are very convincing. Oh my God, thank you. Oh my God, we have 83 people here right now. Thanks, guys. Would you like to act in Scream 7 or Scream 8? I mean, too late for Scream 7. I am definitely not an actress. So that probably wouldn't even happen. But if there was somehow an opportunity to be like an extra or something, I would do that. Elle is saying, where can we watch those new TV spots? Because I can't find some on YouTube. I've seen all of them on Twitter. There's a chance I reposted most of them. If not, I did some breakdowns on the channel if you want to check out my videos about where we talk about them and theorize them, but yeah, I probably reposted a lot of them on my Twitter, which is linked down below if you want to follow me, but my username is SistaPam96. Life All a Dream is here. Edward is saying, did you see the interview of Isabel May where she talked about how she never saw any of the movies up until she did her homework? Yeah, I did see that. Christopher is saying, I heard the opening is a flashback to Maureen's death. I mean, that's been a rumor for a long time. And that's a theory that we talked about here on the channel a long time ago. I don't know. I wish it was true, but I do think the scene with Madison is the opening scene, unfortunately. I wish it was Maureen's murder. Oh my God, wait. Oh. I thought maybe Green. Can you guys see this super chat up there now? I clicked on it and it's like up on my screen, but I don't know if it's probably not showing. It's just there for me to read it. Okay. Anyway, Alex sent in a super chat. Thank you so much. You said a documentary called The Scream Murder just premiered on Hulu. It is about two high school boys who killed one of their classmates, and they were inspired to do so by Scream. Interesting. You know, I thought I saw something about that. Like on my YouTube feed, there was something from ABC News about the Scream murder. And I didn't know what it was, but I saved it to my watch later so that I could come back to it at another time. But I forgot to do so. So I wonder if it's the same thing that you're referring to. I will look into that. That is very interesting because it's like a Scream movie, you know? The previous killers and the stab movies always inspire the next set of killers. So I will have to look into that. Thank you so much, Alex, for your super chat. Jackal says, if Stu lives at the end, do you want him to get away or get caught? I would like him to get away with things. At the end, to go into Scream 8 so that we kind of get a cliffhanger and so that he can be in 2 Scream movies. Because I keep saying, like, while they have Matthew Lillard, they should use him as much as they can. So I hope he gets away with it, but I realize that ultimately they will have to kill him eventually. Elle says McKenna is collecting franchises like Infinity Stones. Very true. She's obviously in Scream. She was just in Five Nights at Freddy's 2, which I have yet to see. And she's going to be in the Hunger Games franchise, which I love, and I'm super pumped for that movie. Warthog is saying, I think Robbie Rivers is the killer and and is Mr. Carpenter. It works since he connects to Sydney's life before Ghostface. And he has a motive. Interesting theory. I don't know, anything is possible. But if one of their parents is gonna be in the movie, I would rather it be Christina, you know. You guys know all my theories that I have on the channel about Christina. Al Johnson is here. Music Audio says, do you think we're gonna see the aged mask? I hope so. Eric is saying, to me, it sounds like Angry Stew. I don't know. It didn't really sound like Stew to me. I gotta listen again. But that would be amazing. By the way, so I gotta show you guys something. I posted about this on my Instagram and Twitter, but I did not post about it on here on YouTube. So Paramount sent me a little gift, a little Valentine's Day card. So here you see Ghostface is on the front. It says, roses are red, violets are dead, wanna be my Valentine? And then when you open it, it's a special message from Ghostface. Hopefully the audio picks up well on here.
Surprise, Pamela. Oh, I've heard that you like scary movies. I do too. I bet I know what your favorite is. I already have my plans for you. I'll see you soon. Very soon. February 27 to be exact. Goodbye, Pamela.
That is so cool. And hold on, wait. Yeah, so it came in this envelope with the Scream 7 sticker on it and another little card, and on the back here's a handwritten message. A little something from us to you. Love, wait, what? Love from the team from Paramount and Spyglass. Yeah. So, yeah. Paramount reached out to me pretty recently. And they might be sending me a few other gifts. So, very exciting. Very grateful for that. And that would not have happened without all of you guys. So, thank you so much. Also, I let you guys know that Macabre Spirits is sending me Matthew Lillard's Ghostface vodka. So, that hasn't arrived yet. But I'm super pumped for that. Hey, Marcus. The Fantastic Oracle is saying, did everybody get their Scream 7 tickets on Monday? Yes, I did. Blue Bear is saying, did you get any Scream 7 merch? So I got one of the buckets. I think it's the Cinemark one. I honestly don't remember. I ordered one online. I didn't realize, so listen, I've never bought a popcorn bucket before, so I don't even know how it works. I thought that they weren't going on sale until the day of, like when you go see the movie in the movie theater. I didn't know that they were releasing online, and like they're all sold out. So how does it work? Is there gonna be a restock at the movies? Like when I go to AMC, is there gonna be something there for me to buy? I don't know, but I'm kind of annoyed about that. But at least I got one of the buckets, and there's a chance that Paramount might be sending me some of that. So fingers crossed. Hi, Jared. Jackal is saying Emma Roberts and Rory Culkin rarely do conventions, much less together. That alone is worth the price. Exactly. I agree. Yeah. I just might have to go. Hey Denisha. Okay, Brittany Vinyl is saying Scream Obsessed and Joey Noberini are good at posting the TV spots. So, someone who was asking me earlier, like where to watch them, check out those accounts on Twitter, I'm assuming it is. Eric is saying, can't wait for Scream 8 filming. I'm going back down to Atlanta for some more photos and stuff when it starts production. That is awesome. I know that you're the one who got a lot of those images that Steven shared, which is so cool. I wonder when Scream 8 starts filming. I know there's been some talk about how, you know, that post on Production Weekly a long time ago at this point, said that Scream 8 was greenlit and that filming apparently starts in March of this year. I don't know how true that is. Ever since that Production Weekly post happened, we haven't heard anything about it. So, I don't know. Vinko is saying, I think the person in the asylum is a fan. Yeah, I kind of feel like it's just a random person that's like obsessed with Stu and them. I'm hoping it's a cult member. I don't know. Donovan is saying, if Dead Meat can cameo, surely you can. Yeah, that would be amazing. Like I said earlier, I'm no actress. I probably would be terrible as in like a real role, but something like that, what Dead Meat did, I feel like I could do that, you know, pretend to be filming a YouTube video for them to include in the movie. That would be so cool. Oh, you guys could see the super chat. Okay, nice. Yeah, when I click on other comments, I can't put it on the screen the way that I do for on StreamYard. Hey, Keon. Ghostface Cody says Matthew Lillard did an interview a few days ago talking about Scream. Are you referring to the Kevin McCarthy interview? I started watching it this morning. It's a long one. It's like a podcast, so it's like an hour. Kevin McCarthy is like my favorite interviewer. He is so good. He asks such good questions. So I have to finish that, watching that. I only got like 10 minutes in. Marcus is saying, who do you think will die if one of the Meeks twins dies? I think Mindy. I think Mindy is more likely to die. Warthog is saying, I personally think Robbie Rivers, Anna Camp, and the Mental Institute orderly character will be the killer. So Ethan Embry. But Stu is revealed alive at the end, and that's when he says this is going to be fun. Yeah, so I'm suspicious of Anna Camp. I do think she's going to be one of the killers. And I think Stu will be revealed at the end. Ethan Embry is kind of suspicious to me, but I think he's just going to be a red herring. Robbie Rivers, I never considered him even to be an option. I guess he could be, like, you know, everybody's a suspect, like Randy says, but I feel like he's just there to add to the kill count. And I do think that Mark Consuelos only filmed for like a week. I don't think he was there long. Now, of course, he could still be a killer. Like, what if he, even though he only filmed for a week, like, what if he gets revealed and killed halfway through the movie? What if he's in Schumacher's cult, but he just doesn't make it to the final act? That's always a possibility. Anything is possible. Oh, right. Eric also said McKenna Grace is in Ghostbusters franchise as well. Yeah, she's booked and busy. She's only 18. Like, she's only gonna go up from here. When she's a little older, she is gonna be like, she's already one of the biggest stars out there, but she's gonna be, I feel like, even more popular a few years from now. She's gonna be in like, Oscar nominated movies. Jackal says it would be such a waste if they got Matthew Lillard back just to use him as AI. I agree with you. Ghostface Cody says Isabel May hasn't posted anything on Instagram. Does that mean she's Ghostface? No, I don't think that means anything. But does she have an Instagram? I looked her up the other day, and it was only like fan accounts, to my knowledge. TDL Pedro says, do you think we're going to get an explanation as to why nobody knew Sydney had a husband and daughter in Scream 4, even her aunt and cousin? No, I don't think they're gonna even address it. Clearly it's like a retcon. I think addressing it only makes it less believable in a way. I don't know. I just think, assuming that she did have a husband and kids during the events of 4, I do think Kate and Jill knew. They just didn't talk about it. Like, they just happened to not ask, oh, how's Mark? How's the kids? Had they decided back then if they wanted to make it a storyline, they would have included that dialogue, how's your husband? How's the family? But yeah, I guess they just had other things to talk about. Danny is saying, I just rewatched all the Scream movies. So did I. I did a rewatch of 1 through 6 recently, the past couple of weeks. Last night I was watching a little bit of the first one during the TikTok live stream. I don't know if you guys know, but on the official Scream account on TikTok last night, they streamed the entire movie. And they had little fun facts pop up, and Kevin, Nev, and Isabel would pop up occasionally to talk about fun facts, which I thought was really cool, but I didn't watch the whole thing. But this weekend I am taking a flight somewhere, and I plan to watch at least a couple of the movies. Definitely the first one and definitely the fourth one. I usually, when I do rewatches, I generally like to watch all of them in order, but occasionally I will jump around and, go from 1 to 4 if I'm like in the mood. But just because I won't have enough time to watch all 6 on the flight, I kind of have to pick and choose which ones I would prefer to watch. Thank you guys for all the compliments. Jackal says, did you see on Brittany Vinyl's page, Kevin Williamson and Nev Campbell shush Isabel May when she tries talking about Matthew Lillard. I didn't. I heard a few people talking about, you know, they kind of almost spoiled the movie, but clearly that was all in good fun. Like they wouldn't have actually posted that, you know what I mean? But I didn't know if it was that it was in reference to Stu, so I'll have to go and check that out. I do think we're gonna wrap up shortly. I know this was a short one. It was just an impromptu live stream. Binge with Nick is saying, how do you get so big? I want to try to get better talking to people on YouTube. You just have to keep at it, you know. The more you do it, the better you'll get. You got to have a passion for it, because sometimes it's exhausting sometimes having to be creative all the time, come up with video ideas, and it's time consuming, and it is exhausting, but you have to love doing it to keep going. There are times where you're going to feel burnt out and feel like you want to give up, feel like it's not worth it, but you just got to stick with it if you're truly passionate about it. And the more you do it, the better you'll get at it. So that's my advice. All right, I think we're gonna call it here. I do have to go to work shortly, unfortunately. Ryan is here saying, is it Thursday the 26th yet? I wish. Do you think Nev Campbell will be in Scream 8? I do. I think they're kind of passing it on to her daughter to be the main focus, but you know, even if it focuses on Tatum, I think Nev will still be in it. All right, guys. It's been fun. A quick impromptu live stream. Gary says, who do you think Ghostface is? Ultimately Stu, but I did do a prediction live stream the other day, so check that out. It was a fun live stream. But thank you guys for hanging out in the middle of the day. We have 80 people here right now, so I appreciate you guys. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to stream until next week, probably like Tuesday, so just look out for that. But you know, I always post on my Instagram story and Twitter and stuff like that, so follow me over there if you're curious about anything I have to say. My accounts are linked in the description of all of my videos. I guess not this one, but or it's linked on my channel. Like if you go to my channel, you can find the links to my social media. But thank you guys. I hope you guys have a great day and a great weekend, because I won't talk to you until next week. But catch you guys later.